Hey everyone, we're just gonna start a video. The draft portion was cut off, but that's okay. So red and white were clearly the most open colors, even from pack 1, and we just stayed in them, and as you can see, we got quite a lot of good cards, so we're gonna need to cut 9 of them. I think I'm gonna cut a white land and go down to 16. We're going to do a lot of cycling, so we'll get a lot of lands for sure. So we're building our deck around Winota and the unpredictable Cyclone. These are our 2 rares that we got, as well as a tap land, but we're not going to run that one. So Winota wants us to have equal parts non-humans and humans. Right now we have 21 creatures. We've got 6 humans. So we don't want to cut any more humans, that's for sure. And thankfully our humans are really good. So we've got Drana Stinger, 2 Valiant Rescuers, 2 Snare Tacticians. So we really want to be cycling a lot, and we've got a good cycling payoff in the Cyclone. That said, we want to keep up our mutate targets. We've got 2 Vulpikeets, and that's it. So maybe running the cat just for mutate targets, not a big deal. We'll cut one of these cycling tricks. It's pretty cool to cycle it into the charge, but since we have 2 charges, I think that's fine. Maybe we focus solely on the cycling since we have 4 marmosets and we cut the Wolverine. We'll shave a Ceratops. We're not really doing the non-creature thing. Blade Banish could be a sideboard card. The second Ceratops could go. Something like this. Maybe Phantasaur can go. And then one more. Maybe this is risky, but what about another plains? I'm gonna try it out. 15 lands. This is best of 1, so I believe there's some sort of hand smoother algorithm in effect. If the rumors are true, it lets you get away more so with running less lands, so we'll try it out. But yeah, pretty powerful red-white deck with cycling. Sorry we missed the draft portion, but essentially no one was fighting over any of our cards, and we just picked up the best cyclers we could find. Yeah, this seems good. Against Demir. So I decided to play the Friendship because it has haste. I can get 1 damage in now. the card that lets us attack for the most amount of damage. Opponent made us take a turn off, that's okay. So it looks like they're blue, white, splash, black. We're just gonna go all out here. So, opponent may have some trick here. I'll just go for this. Oh, maybe he could have saved it. Interesting one that he didn't. He must be holding up something. You know what? It could be the voracious great shark. If it is, playing the Mara set is just playing right into his hands here. I think we just wait till we get a cycler. I think I'm reading this. Okay. We just need one cycler. That sucks. Yeah, we really need something here. Okay. So, say we cycle this, we can tap this and tap this. Opponent has 3 blockers. He blocks the 4/3s. I'm gonna go for it. So let's tap. Tap. Opponent blocks. Here we lose it. Here we kill it. Here he loses it. We deal 9 damage. Next turn, Zenith Flare for the win. Okay. Yeah, they block with the Zerda on the 2-3. That makes way more sense than what I said. But I still think we're in a great position here. Okay, so Zenith Flare to the face for the win. Never seen that before. This deck has 2 of them, so hopefully it won't be the last time. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this here. Putting First Strike on the Rescuer and creating a 1-1, that seems so good. So we've got a 3-1 for 2 here, that every time I cycle a card, I create a 1-1 Human Soldier token. We've actually just drawn our second one. And then this can cycle and put First Strike. So we will trade with the Otter if he attacks. Okay, well this is tapped, but we still get its cool ability. Here we can either kill the Otter, or we could just play a creature that blocks it, and opponent has to decide between playing his Zagantha or removing. Okay. And then we can remove his Zagantha. we'll keep up Fire Prophecy. He can have one turn with the Zagantha. He kind of forced me to do that by the way he blocked, but I want to keep this around. For sure. So, we are going to put a card from our hand on the bottom of the library. We're going to put Zenith Flare on the bottom, even though it's a good card. Drawing it last and be able to ping for the opponent would be good. And it still just does 1 damage right now. So here I think it's pretty straightforward. We get rid of the big wall blocking us from attacking, and then we attack. Giving this first strike has been really good. Just like we thought it was going to be. And then opponent may just be dead here. We can play Snare Tactician and cycle, tapping this. We'd be attacking in with the 3-1, 4-3. They block the 4-3, so they go to 1. And that'll be pretty hard to get back from. The other alternative would be making this a 4-4 flyer, but then they can still go to 1. And here we don't lose as many attackers as we would with the other play. We gain more humans as well. So, yeah, good game. 2 quick, strong games. Let's keep going. Okay, we're going first. Only 2 lands. They're both red. We can see another card with the Prophecy. Do we think that's enough? Up against Ragman from Mythic. Let's try it. 3 draws. Here we play Marmoset, so 4 draws really to get a white source. So even a red source here would be good. What do we think the plan is here? Maybe he won't attack. Afraid of the cycle. And then we'll just play our big monster. Opponent with 3-color Abzan, so hopefully we don't see Nethroi, but we do see his Mythos, so we're sad to lose that, but no big deal. And again, when I have the choice of either playing the Marmoset or the Snare Tactician, I'm going to go with the Marmoset so that we can push more damage. And it's nice to surprise them with this. So opponent's trying to scare me back. I think I'm going to let him. That was a mistake on his part. Definitely a huge mistake on his part. So here we're going to capitalize on that mistake. We're going to ditch the Zenith Flare because we don't even have any cyclers in the first place. Just gonna play more threats. So yeah, this was a really close game and opponent really screwed himself there. Definitely could have seen the game going a different way if he didn't do that. Kind of flooding out here, but we do have an evasive threat. We've just been kind of waiting for it. So opponent has 4 turns to remove it or play a flyer. Not gonna block. Seems to be really strong on the human theme, so hopefully we don't see any sort of Anthem effect. We've got all of our cycling payoffs out, so we're really just hoping for a cycling card now. The officer's going to keep our flyer tapped down. Opponent with 7 mana, flooding out like we are. Hopefully this card they have extra as a mana. And then I think we're gonna attack here with our charge. Or do we think just cycling it is better? That sounds pretty crazy to say, but we'd get to tap 2 things, but maybe we'd rather just kill it. So let's go all out here. Alright, let's make the decision. Those 2 things, they'd have enough to kill a Snare Tactician, and we could push 6 damage, or they double block, and we push 4 damage, and they lose 2 1/1s. I think interesting. happy or sad about that? Wow, how many do they have? Opponent's feeling aggressive. That explains that. Okay, we just need a Zenith Flare for the win here. Really just hoping to draw our cards here. Maybe we should have killed the officer, but he would have just chumped. No, maybe we could have killed him there. I'm not sure. Is the hasty 1/1 gonna do it for us? Good game. Great game, Ragman from Mythic. Hopefully you stay in Mythic. Yeah, it was a good match. Let's keep going. 3-0. So these cycling payoffs are pretty good. We just kind of wish we had more cycling in the deck. Maybe we put the Vantasar back in. Hey, we've got our Winota, so we're definitely keeping this. Sad not to play anything, but I'm gonna keep the Moloch. Get its value later. Okay, up against humans with the Bastion early, that's pretty scary, so every time something dies we lose one and they gain one. But hopefully next turn Winota into attack with the Marmoset. Nope, it got spied. So we're not going to play the Winota just yet. Play this instead, because we want to get the value as soon as we play our card. Interesting. +2, +0, and indestructible. Dead weight maybe. Not worth it. Maybe it was a ruse. feeling good about that. This is an interesting block. I'm gonna go like this. Ooh, he could have had the kill the creature that was dealt damage this turn or something like that. So... Double Bastion. But, we're gonna deal 8 in the air this turn, I think. So, opponent would have 2 left. They try to double block here. They block here. They block here. They take 1. We can make it so that they can't do that. If I am counting this correctly, they cannot double block Winota here. Oh my god. This card is so powerful. Yeah, sorry Trolario from Mythic. That's just Winota. You didn't have any removal, and you paid the price. 4-0, let's keep it up. Against King Jordy from Diamond with a decent hand. We'll keep it. We will play our tapped land first. I like the charge with the friendship. I think we're going to cycle the Serpent. If we need to cycle anything, but now we got the Marmoset. And then Malik gets something with cycling back. So, hoping to draw some lands. Definitely going with the first strike Death Touch here. So do we just keep this out as a good blocker for that? He probably has removal, capture sphere, blood curdle, all that kind of stuff. I think I'm just gonna get while the getting's good here. Then we'll play another one. We can let opponent hit us for 4. If he wants to race, let's do it. just trying to push as much damage as possible. It's an aggressive attack opponent. Really not sure what that means here. This is just game here unless they have something. So they have to choose between their nightmare or their life. And we still have a lethal Zenith Flare next turn. Unfortunately not. We're still in a great position. But opponent did survive pretty well there. So let's try this first. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna let him play something with flash if he has it. And then we're gonna hit him. Good game. Fell right into the trap. Alright. He could have had a counterspell there, so that's why we did that. 5-0. Let's keep going. Undefeated. So, all in all, the cycling deck seems very powerful. Maybe we should switch out one of the marmosets for the Vantasaur there. I kept forgetting to do that. Alright, so this is the power of cycling here. The fact that we can keep this even though it's only red, because we can just cycle our white cards and get them back later with the Moloch. We'd prefer to be aggro, we'd prefer to get this out on turn 2, but we can't guarantee that taking another 6 cards is going to be any better than this one, so want to keep our card advantage up. Looks like opponent did have to mulligan. Johann, or Johannes. Probably Johans from the platinum ranks. Okay, we got our 3-mana play. We got another one. Opponent with Essence Scatter, perhaps. Okay. Could be Dimir Flash here. A deck that I have taken to 7-0. Or no, I believe I was 7-2 with that deck. So we don't want the Otter to connect, for sure. and if they remove one, we'll be sad, so I think we play and keep out 2 threats here. This is bad against something like a heron, where we would have just wanted to attack, but yeah, we're pretty happy there. Gonna attack with 1 and see what happens. And then I don't think I want to remove the otter just yet. I'm gonna play the rumbler. Opponent may counter or play some flash threat of their own. Okay. We're glad for them to use up their counter spells. We saved the rock slide because we didn't want to get the rock slide countered. That would have been pretty bad. And now if they go and commit on this otter with something like a heron, we can just get rid of it. Opponent exiles both of our cards by choosing odd and keeps both of his by choosing even, so... Oh, the otter is odd as well, so... Opponent gives up his own otter. He's heartless. It's okay, we've got another. And we've got another, so we are fine. The marmoset is quite prickly. I'm still looking for white, I'm still looking for an extra land, but so far we've just been playing mono red. Here we go. I think I'm fine attacking here. I think all of the flash threats would die to this ability. May cycle at the end of turn. Don't think I'm wasting the rock slide on his Night Bonder. So maybe if I was planning on cycling, I should have done it pre-combat and gotten in 2 extra damage. Something to consider. So maybe that's a reason to hold on to it just for 1 more turn. But we really do want to get our white mana. We'll hope to draw it this turn, and then we can do a double spell. Not looking to play the long game against a blue deck that can draw more cards. Although we do have some value here. So, a human, they can't mutate onto humans. Here they play a coil bug. One of the best black 2-drops because you can keep recurring it from your graveyard. And opponent keeping up 3. Alright. Gonna go ahead and attack. We're gonna cycle our 6-cost card here because we can't play it. We're gonna give this double strike just to deal more damage. Make the opponent scared. he may mutually destruct it or something, whatever that card is called. Wow. So, definitely playing low with his life here. Chooses just to play the Dirge Bat on its own. I think we will definitely rock slide that. Okay, now we lose our Marmoset. Hopefully we draw a land so we can get rid of that. We're definitely hurting here. Okay, we don't draw the land, it's just another useless card for us. So maybe this scares the opponent off attacking. Maybe we should have cycled into a land and then we could have played the rock slide, but we can still do that next turn if we have to. Opponent's got a dead weight or something like that. Plans on returning the bug at the end of the turn. Hopefully doesn't have another neutralize here. And yeah, he's not going to be scared by this. So in the end, the keep ended up hurting us, although it looked like it wasn't going to, and we looked pretty strong. Just the not having the white mana. We've seen 19 cards of our deck, and we haven't seen a single one, so that's definitely not a likely occurrence. But yeah, we can lose a game to land variants here, and I won't be too upset. And who knows, maybe we still draw it. We have 2 more turns, looks like. Hey, there it is. So, do we just go for it here? What's our other option? We can mutate, make a 3/4, take him to 3, scare him off attacking next turn. They aren't really the colors with pump spells. We would only lose to mutate Archipelagor. And then the turn after that we could Snare Tactician, cycle, tap this, hit them again with the flyer. But if they have a counter creature spell, we're in trouble. I think they're more likely to have Essence Scatter than Neutralize. Or Keep Safe, but... Okay, really needed that to resolve, so we're good. We're just not going to attack. Opponent might attack us. We will chump with one of these. Wow, another 3 damage in the air. So now what? Opponent staying back? That would be amazing. Yes, okay. do here, what to do here. Do we think that they have removal? Why didn't they attack? The fact that they didn't attack makes me kind of want to play this. As weird as that sounds. Because then maybe they'll be scared off attacking again, but I'm scared that they're gonna attack somehow. So I think I'm gonna do like this. Keep this up and not attack. Next turn, Snare Tactician and Cycle potentially to push the flying damage, and then they're really going to be scared off not attacking. And then we can put the first strike on the Snare Tactician. Perchance. Oh, well, we'll just play this instead. Alrighty, let's go for it. Hopefully no counters. Alright, do we risk it? I don't think so. If we whiff, we just take 3 on the backswing and we potentially lose. Okay. Now we are certainly going in. We've got 7 mana. What would we rather do? Probably cast Coordinated Charge. Nice. So, does this win the game? Yes. Unless they have something else. But we could give this first strike. So do we give Winota first strike and save it and lose nothing and deal 4 and kill opponent's board? Or do we just go for the lethal here? Because this doesn't save Winota. It does kill the Heron though. So I'm gonna go for the lethal. And I'm gonna get it. Nice. Good game. Alright, let's go. We are on the road to victory here. So we're going first with 2 lands. This is another risky one, but we have both of the colors, and we do have 2 cyclers. Well, 1 cycler. So sometimes you just gotta risk it, you know? We're up against Talitha from Gold. So, in case you weren't aware, the way that this works is we get matched against people with the same record as us. So even though Talitha is from Gold, their deck is 6-0, just like ours. Alright, as we've said numerous times, we're going to play this because it pushes more damage if we do cycle. Opponent likely keeping up something here, just cycling, but could be Fire Prophecy. They're red, and it looks like they have other colors too. No, we see the main phase Fire Prophecy instead, so maybe they're looking for colors here. But we'll just happily play another Marmoset. Definitely looking for mana here, so it looks like opponents found his white. That's a scary card you've got there. We will just play our big threats and hope we don't spiral out of control here. I do think Winota could seal us the game as soon as we draw her with all of these non-human cards. But yeah, looks like opponent is also... So we got her. The question is, do we want to throw away one of these cards for the chance to get a human twice? I don't think we do. Not just yet, anyway. Tell you what, maybe we'll get opponent here and trade our Cub Warden for the Rumbler. Okay, looks like they're not willing to do that. I don't think we want to expose Winota, so we're just going to play the Tactician. I think we can play the value game. If we draw the lands to do it, we can do it. And if opponent attacks with Cub Warden and doesn't play a good blocker on their side, they're going to be sorry. So, whenever this mutates, create 2 1/1s with lifelink. Opponent with 4. Taps out for a crystal, has 2 left up. So we've got 5 here. I think it's time. We missed. I don't think we're blocking Cub Warden. We just really don't want to lose her. Tactician is pretty scary. So, what do they want to do here? Keep cycling? That's fine. Get back our double strike card. It'll be a good attack next turn. They'll have to run out of cyclers eventually, right? I mean, could they have a Zerda in their deck? They went really hard on the cycling. We did too, but we kept some good plays that don't have cycling. Okay. So. Think I'm going all out here. The Spell Eater Wolverine has double strike. And they tap again. Warden. Cheat out a Tactician. So we got rid of 2 of their things. Got 1 thing and lost 1 thing. So we didn't go down any of our cards and they went down 2 cards. So pretty happy. So all their crystals had black. Could they be splat? Oh, well, it looks like they're done. It seems like an early defeat to me, but maybe they were just mad that they probably didn't block as well as they could have. So, wow. Can't be much happier than a 7-0 clean victory run. Red and white cycling seems like a great deck, and Winota is a very powerful mythic. Never really got to cast this, but that seems to be common with this card. And yeah, we followed our draft. These cards were open, and we took them to an easy breezy 7-0 victory. Happily claim our prize. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time.